Hello, I'm sorry I was a little bit low on videos yesterday, partly because an issue came up and an issue to do with the channel, among other things. There's an there's a burst of bullying from a certain a very small group, and it has to be hit on the head. And there's also a thing called doxing. I thought this was this sounded particularly Shakespearean, but to dox somebody is to out people's addresses and personal details, and I think that's beneath the pale. And I think there's a point. For the most part, I think I've been terribly indulgent to comments, even those which I don't like or which are quite aggressive. I like the idea of debate, but when people say they're going for individuals, and they say it quite openly, and then continue to do so, I think that's threatening and has to be dealt with. So I am sorry, but it takes a lot of time. It's a waste of effort, and it's a distraction. Anyway, lots of interesting things happening today. Again, quite a lot of wasted effort, like Mr. Hunt saying that he's not going to have much room for tax handouts. Well, of course he's not, because he's already been slapped down by the IMF and told that he can't do a tax handout. Still, that's not legitimate, or is ill-advised. So should he do it, he's doing it against advice. Now, Liz Truss did something rather similar, and look what happened to the country as a result. If Mr. Hunt tries a tax handout in on the threshold of an election, he's going to end up looking a very silly man indeed. But there we are. This is the man who made spoonerism attractive again, and it's not a spoonerism based on his name, Jeremy Hunt, alone. That wouldn't produce a spoonerism. It's a spoonerism based on his former job as the culture secretary. That's the job. That's the non-job, which is done by a stream of idle MPs who don't think the arts and culture are terribly important. People like Lucy Fraser, Michelle Donnellan, Nadine Dorries, and the list goes on, including Matt Hancock. And it seems that the DCMS, as was formerly named, is the job to give to anybody who thinks there's a stepping stone to fortune. And this is why nothing particularly happens. This is why the only reason the DCMS minister does anything is because they think they can attack the BBC or Channel 4. The real issues, they hive off to the committee, or they give to Ofcom. And in the latter case, therefore, nothing happens. And in the former case, committee hearings begin, and then they're truncated suddenly, and they're never reformed, because it's not important, because the powers of the media tycoons are greater than the interest of government. And I don't think that serves the people. It's a form of bullying. And I think we need to call out bullying repeatedly until it stops. Call out and identify bullying. So the people who were attacking individuals on my comment section know exactly who they are. Should they do it again, they'll be called out by name again, specifically. And should they continue on other media like TikTok and Instagram and what's the other one? Twitter. They love Twitter. Should they continue to do this, you know, I will take further action. I've now been advised. So I'm sort of I'm sort of informed and I'm prepared, and I thought, what is the best action here? Is the best thing to say nothing and just simply quietly get on with it, or is the best action to say something publicly? I think it's always best to be as open as possible. So there we are. Again, apologies for being a bit scrappy in the amount of videos I did yesterday, and this is the reason.